Welcome again to another class. Last class, we introduced BIM software. Then we also talked about why BIM is needed and why you should learn Revit. So today, I'm talking about the system requirements for Revit and how to install Revit. That's the thing. So now, Revit have different tier. So depending on the kind of laptop you have, it will now determine for you the kind of Revit you should install on your system. So now let's take a look at Revit 2024. For those that want to install Revit 2024, minimum entry configuration. Your operating system should be 64-bit Microsoft Windows 10 or Windows 11. Are you seeing it? Then your CPU type, Intel, AMD, and so on. Then the memory is very, very important in every laptop you want to buy. That's why you want to go and buy a laptop. They ask you how many gig RAM. So for you to install Revit 2024, the memory should have at least 16 gig RAM. You understand? Then for the ROM, it should be more than the ROM should be more than 200 gig. But here, they say disk space should be 30 gig free disk space. You understand? So then the video display 120 by 124 true color, ultra high 4K. Now let's take a look at Revit 2025. Okay, they just give you the memory 8 gig RAM minimum, value 16 gig RAM. If you want a very good high performance, 32 gig RAM. For the high drive, refresh per rate 7.2. Then for the memory, 8 gig RAM minimum, 16 gig RAM, 32 gig RAM performance. So now that is for 2024. We also have for 2025, we also have for 2023. Now there's one 2026 now sef. So it determines on what you want to buy. Then how do you install Revit? Yeah, if you want to go through the legal channels, you use Autodesk. Then for free version and for teachers, if you are a teacher or you're a student, you register with the student software. So you select on Revit. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. Then no thanks. Then you click on either student educator or school IT administrator. So if you're a student, you have to renew it every year, but it's free for students, free for teachers. You understand? So they'll ask you to put in your student's email. So once you put in your student's email and the school, the course you're studying, and they verify it, then see it here, your student, you have to put in your student email, you confirm it, then your school, then you have to verify it. Once you do that and you submit it free, you can easily download it. But after 1 year, you have to renew it. But if you don't want to do that, there's another way, but you know that it's kind of, you understand. So we make use of getintopc.com, getintopc.com. So this way, if you want to download anything, Revit, anything, get into PC. So you now Revit. Yeah. So we have Revit 2025 for those that want to download Revit 2025, Revit 2024, because Revit 2024 is what you have to download in case your system has 8 gig RAM, 16 gig RAM, you understand. So if you now let's use 2024 for example. So this is it. Then you now click on download. Then you just wait for some time and then the requested file is on the way, then it will start. Then bam, it has started. It has already started. So once you finish downloading the file, you will just go back to here. Then you can now watch how to install the software. So this will show you how to all the whole resources you need to install the software. But easy. But that is for those that are not really computer inclined, like because actually if you download the software, then on your something, the Revit software is will always be on your local disk. Yeah, Autodesk. So if you want to download it, so program files, yes, Autodesk, yes, it Revit 2024, everything is there. So once you run it by administrator, you put the crack in it, then it's actually done. So it depends. So you can watch how they install it using Get Into PC, or yeah, like we said, Get Into PC. You watch how they install it from the start to the beginning, or it's easy. You get the folder, you click on Run by Administrator, then click on Run by Administrator, then it will download. Then once it downloads, then you now import it always comes to a crack file. You carry the crack file and then you put inside. Everything is quite easy to do. You can also watch the video. There's this video, then it will guide you step by step way on how to download it from their website, install it, and do it. So I hope you install Revit so that we can now start Revit education proper. I can't wait for you guys to install Revit. I'm really pumped to teach you guys. So in our next class, I will show you all the Revit interface, the ribbon, before we now get into drawing plans with Revit. Thank you. Bye. See you next class.